Hello, hello, hello out there. Welcome back, y'all. Back from hiatus. Welcome to Fierce Factor Thursday. So let me turn my camera around. Nope, didn't turn around. All right, hello out there. Hi, everyone. You guys know I like to start with roll call. So I want to know your name and where you're from. You know, I'm trying to get my music together, right? Your name and where you're from. Let's do our roll call. It's my song for the day. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So tell me your name and tell me where you're here from. Here's our theme song for today because we're going naming the city you are joining us from. Hello, Sharon from Maryland. Who else is here bright and early on a Thursday morning? Tell me what you want. Andrea from North Carolina. Hello, hello. Shirley from Florida. Excited to see you. Hello, Chicago. Is that Andrea? Michelle from ATL. Who else is here with us? I see you jumping on. Make sure you guys share with your friends. Share that I am back and I am here to serve you, talking to you about success. Right? Hello, Terry from Fort Worth and Dr. Carrie in Louisiana and Pam in Atlanta and Regina in Buffalo. Good morning. Romola in San Francisco in the Bay. You're up early, girl. Excited you're here. Hello, thank you. I'm excited to be back. Who else is here? Tell us. Good morning. Hello, James. I'm so excited to see our ferocious brothers with the fierce sisters. Who else is with us this morning? Good morning, Jennifer in Atlanta. So I see you guys hopping on. Give me time to hop on. Share with your followers so that we grow our village together. Oh, you missed me, Regina. I missed you guys too. I almost got on last week. But I said, no, Nicole, be committed to breasting. All right. So with that, I'm going to get started. Hello, Monique Smith in Chicago, in Chi-Town. I'm excited. So you guys can tell my background's a little different. So I'm in my basement today because we have a house guest, and my office is right next to our guest room. So I didn't want to wake him up. So I am down in our basement, but nevertheless, and you can see my husband's studio is over there. You can see the studio. That sign says the crack house because my husband is always down here. So actually the friend that's visiting bought him that sign, calling it the crack house because I always think my husband's on the pipe, right? So nevertheless, I'm so excited to be back and pouring into you Fierce Factor Thursdays. For those of you, if this is your first time with us, I'm excited you're here, whether it's your first time or you've come every time I've been here for the last year. It's almost been a year, you guys. Can you believe it's been a year since Periscope started? And I've been getting on Periscope kind of ever since. So my name is Nicole Roberts-Jones, for those of you that don't know me. And what I absolutely love doing is drawing out what's best in you. I do that as a coach, as a speaker, as an author. But really, my goal is that I help you create multiple streams of income from what you already know. And our conversation today, there is no accidental success. You've got to be strategic to be successful. And the reason I chose that topic, oh, my hair is lovely. I appreciate you. The reason I chose that topic for today, oh, by the way, those of you that are new and this is your first Periscope with me, you've got to know the biggest thing with me is I'm a church girl. And what that means is I'm the kind of person when I'm in church, actually when I'm anywhere, if you're sitting next to me, I'm loud. I'm saying, yes, all right, you better tell it. Why? Because, see, the speaker that is speaking wants to know that what they're saying is resonating with you. Hi, Sandra. I see you. I'll talk to you in a little bit today. So the speaker that's speaking wants to know that what they're saying is resonating with you. So how do I know that? Either you hop in and do a comment or you give me hearts. So let's see if your hearts are working. You guys heart me up real quick. I see the yellow. I see the orange. I see the green. I see the purple. I see you. I see you. Hey, Shanice. Good morning. So heart me up. I see the pink. Pink is my favorite color. I see the brown. I see the blue. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. I see the orange. So anytime I'm saying something that resonates with you, please either give me a bunch of hearts, and you do that by tapping on your screen for those of you that are on Periscope for the first time, or you can send me a comment. Okay, so with that, yeah, my eyes are big. Hello. So with that, let's talk a little bit about success. And the reason I chose this topic for today is because I read every post you guys post. And oh, by the way, if you're not in my Find Your Fierce Movement group on Facebook, join findyourfiercemovement.com, where I pour into you not just on Thursday, because you get to be here. You're distracting me talking about my eyes. So because that's not what this is about, right? So I pour into you because it's my mission in this thing called life that you grow your gift And if you've been with me, you guys know what I'm getting ready to say. That gift is not for you. It's not. The gift was placed in you to be a blessing for all those that need you. And so my mission is to pour into you and expand that gift. That's what I do. And so if you're not in our group, findyourfiercemovement.com on Facebook. Oh, it's free. Findyourfiercemovement.com. I'm committed. I want to get to millions of women living unapologetically in the gift that they are to this world. That's my mission. And so join us so that I can constantly pour into you beyond just Thursday morning. So, hey, Diona, I appreciate you guys. So here we go. So when I'm reading people's posts and I'm coaching people and talking to people when I'm on the road and I have the opportunity, I will say I'm blessed to have the opportunity to meet many of you as a speaker when I'm out on the road. And what I hear so many people say is, I have too much on my plate. This is too hard. I'm ready to quit. And the thing you've got to know about being successful, see, the reason you're on the journey you're on is because you have this rumble in your belly, this desire that you really want to do something. And so that rumble in your belly, if you're going to get to that thing, it's not going to be easy. You think everybody could be Oprah? You think when Oprah started in her journey, it was easy? It wasn't. See, when Oprah first got hired for her first job, as a reporter, they fired her because they told her she wasn't ready for TV. Wonder where that producer is right now. Hello. So you got to understand the journey to success is not going to be easy. Those of you that have a 9 to 5 and you're starting your job on the side, that was me for years. I called it a daytime job too, and I had a nighttime calling. See, that daytime job paid my bills. There's no way I could be doing this full time if I didn't grow my business alongside my paycheck. Matter of fact, what my mentor calls your daytime job, look at it as your investor. And of course, it's not going to be easy working a 9 to 5 and growing your business that you ultimately, your gift, your purpose alongside it. Oh, that's not going to be easy. I remember getting up at 4 a.m. I said 4 a.m. So you've got to make choices. If you really want to see this thing, you've got to push yourself past where you are in order to get to where you desire to be, right? And I remember getting up at 4 a.m., 4 a.m. every day, just so I could work on my business. I remember when I was writing my first book. What time did I do that? 4 a.m. So that by 7 a.m. I could be getting dressed to go to my investor. Hello, right? And even after that, I remember when I first started coaching. I had a 9 to 5. And when did I coach you guys if I was working 9 to 5, 5 days a week? It wasn't on Saturday because I did need a day off. Sunday is my Jesus day and my day of restoration. So when did I coach? I coached at noon, so I didn't take a lunch break. I ate at my desk, and then at noon I coached, and I coached at night. I'd come home, eat dinner, and then I'd have coaching calls. So you got to understand, if I started at 4 a.m., what time did I usually stop on some days? 10 p.m., 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. And I kept saying to myself, this is only for this time. This is only for this moment. When I get through this, if I can hang in there and not give up, I will get to my own promised land. And so many people they want it to be easy. And I'm going to tell you right now, success doesn't come easy. Again, if it was easy, everybody would have it. It's not. So I want you guys to let go of this whole notion that I don't have to work extra hours. If that's you, then you don't want to be successful. Go on to be mediocre. Go on. If that's what you choose. You expect there not to be challenges, not to be moments where you mess up. Oh, in every mistake, there is a lesson if you stand still and learn it long enough. I remember times where I didn't know how I was going to pay the bills. I remember times when I started my business where I was just exhausted and ready to quit. And some of you guys have heard my story of making $13,000, but I was determined I was going to figure this thing out. And I remember the moment when I hired my first coach who cost double than $13,000, but I was committed. See, I had taken myself as far as I could take myself, and I knew if I wanted something different, then what? If you want something different, then what? Do you guys know what I'm going to say? If you want something different, then what? Then you got to do something different. See, insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. It's like me continuing to eat my macaroni and cheese every day and expecting to lose the 5 pounds I always desired to lose, but it keeps finding me, right? So my question to you is, if you want to be successful, what are you going to do to push yourself past your comfort zone? What are you going to do to push yourself past where you are into a whole new level of possibility? And it ain't going to be comfortable. It's not. It's like when you first buy a pair of shoes. Y'all ladies know. Especially the ones that are leather and they're made of good leather. You know they're going to stretch. But you got to wear them, and you might endure a wear or two of pain. But by the third wear, oh, they stretched out really good. So my question to you is, what will you do to stretch yourself? How are you going to push yourself past where you are? Some of you, it may not mean 4 a.m. like it did for me, but I know I was talking to a client yesterday, and I was saying to her, well, you have kids, so that means you got to get up before your kids get up. So you can have time for you to grow your business. Or you got to be committed saying, look, mommy needs an hour. Mommy needs 60 minutes. I need y'all to go sit down somewhere and get your life, get your homework done, and let me focus on growing my business. So you really got to understand it's not going to be easy. Oh, you're going to have a lot on your plate. You are. But you've got to learn how to organize your life in such a way. And there's no such thing as balance. I don't believe in it. I've not found balance, because to me, balance means you get to do everything equally. And that ain't real. I don't equally get to spend as much time with my husband as I do my girlfriends. I don't equally get to spend as much time on my business sometimes as I get to grow me. But if I can just find the time to do all those things and get the amount that I need in every given day. And I learned that when I was working my 9 to 5, because I had to organize. So every single minute of every single day was planned for me then. And, you know, we always think, at least most people I know, including myself, that I'll be less busy when I start my business. I'm busier now than I was when I had that 9 to 5 and I got up at 4 and went to bed at 10. I've just organized myself so much better, but I am busier now. So those of you that are ready to push yourself past mediocre, those of you that are ready to stop just being like everybody else, you know that you were born to stand out, to not fit in. So if that's you, matter of fact, I know it's you, because why else would you be up early in the morning on Periscope to listen to me talk to you, right? I know it's you. If that's you, it's time. Yes, that's right, Shani. Success is not convenient. Because again, if it was convenient, everybody would be a multimillionaire. And trust and believe I'm headed to my multimillionaire status. That is my goal. So I'm always pushing myself out of comfort. Matter of fact, this whole year, 2016, many of you know that I worked for a bigger brand for 4 years. And I was comfortable, making great money, doing great things, traveling the world. But I had this rumble in my belly that there were more people for me to serve. I had a rumble in my belly that said to me that I was hiding. And so I took a huge leap January 1st of this year, and I relaunched my own business. So I had a business. I started my business in 1993. In 2012, I got an offer to buy out my business, worked in that bigger brand for 4 years, and then I said, it's time. Now, was I scared? Yes. Did I know that I was going to make the same amount of money? No. But I knew I had to do it. And I got to tell you, I've already made double. I've already made what I've made in a year here in my own business. Why? Because I rolled my sleeves up and I said, hell or high water. I'm meant to serve the world. This gift in me, more people need it. I appreciate you. More people need this gift in me. And so I got committed, not just to me, but for every one of you that needs this gift in me. I got committed to be the answer. And so what I'm calling each of you to do is to be the answer in a bigger way. The bigger you play, the more blessings come. You know that abundance with your name on it? Oh, it only comes when you're playing big. And so I got to tell you the reason, and I'm not bragging, I just want you guys to see when you push yourself, knees knocking, teeth chattering, didn't know how, but I knew I had to. And I figured it out along the way. And that's exactly what happened. Matter of fact, God only shows up when you're in action. You know how so many people say, I'm waiting on God. Well, God is usually waiting on you. So God only blesses you when you're in action. You guys know, if you've been with me, I always say faith without works is dead. Now, I didn't write that. That's in the Bible, the Bible. And so what action are you taking to activate that gift in you? It's like, let me say it like this, and I'm going to answer a couple questions. And, I'm going on and on. I usually do this for 15 minutes, but I'm excited because I've been on hiatus for 2 weeks and I missed y'all. Did y'all miss me? I missed y'all being here every week. So that gift in you is a seed. It really is. And it's up to you to water that seed. So what are you doing to water that seed? So really quickly, when I told you all I was taking a 2-week break to honor and take care of me, because many of you know the last Periscope I told you that I was just, hey, Tracy, it's my cousin, Miss Tracy Spencer. So listen, I told you guys that my body broke down. I talked about this in my blog last week, and many of you that if you didn't if you didn't get my blog last week, make sure you sign up for my newsletter. Subscribe to Nicole.com so that you get my blog every week. I talked to you about the great lesson I learned in my body breaking down. And so I took 2 weeks off from Periscope. I took a week vacation, and then I took a kind of a week off from social media. Of course, there have been posts, but I got to tell you, I have a great social media team that I met with before I took my break and told them all the stuff I wanted to post. So they post stuff for me. And so I'm back and excited. So with that, when I did that Periscope before I took my break, I told you guys to send me questions so I can answer. Yay. So I'm going to read a couple questions and then we'll release. So today is a longer Periscope than usual. I usually do 15 minutes. So if you got to go, I get it. Some of you are on your way to work. But I'm going to answer a couple questions. So I'm just going to go straight to the question because many of you guys wrote your story. And so I'm going to go straight to the question. Good morning, Tawana. I see you. So Shanique here in Brockton, my sorority sister, question she wrote is, where do you even begin when you have all the ideas on paper? So where you begin first, and let me see. And I'm going to say this almost always. I'm probably going to answer the next question the same way, but it'll be a little different. Is you've got to understand how you are the answer to that problem that's out there. So many of us write a book or put together a program and, you've had so many setbacks. So listen, this answer will help you as well. No matter what you're doing, I have a caterer that's in my current group that wants to find a new way to help people cook, right? So you've got to first understand what the issue is. It's like when a doctor goes into a doctor's office, or when you go into the doctor's office. I just went to the doctor on Monday to do my little checkup, my mammogram. Ugh. Who invented those machines, by the way, to do mammograms? Must have been a man. Anyway, so when you go to your doctor to get a checkup, the doctor, even if you go, if you go to a doctor and something is bothering you, the doctor's going to ask you a bunch of questions. And then even if you say my throat hurts, the doctor's listening to your heartbeat, making you breathe. It's like, what's that got to do with my throat? And it all's connected. I know this, but here's the point I'm trying to make, is you've got to do a thorough examination of what the problem is that you're solving for, so that people understand that you are the answer. So where do you start? First, you got to start with understanding what problem are you solving for. And then there's a whole system that my Fierce Factor program, actually, Module 2, where I help you really formulate your fierce is what I call it. There's a 3-step process for you to take the ideas and begin to formulate it into a program. And there's no way on Periscope in a minute I can tell you. But that really is a step-by-step process that you walk through. But first, the first thing you start with is understanding the problem you solve for. And then you formulate your ideas from there. Hopefully that helped you at least a little bit, because I want to give you guys value in the morning. Next question really quick from Maria. I'm going to mess up your name, girl, but you know I honor and appreciate you. Maria Bukiaga Fergoso. I probably messed that up so bad you could tell I was asleep in Spanish class, right? Thank you, Shanice. I appreciate you. Shanice is in my current group right now. So the question she has is, how do I present it to companies so that it motivates them to hire me as a consultant? Now, she told a whole long story before that. Now, here's the thing. Oftentimes we go in places and we just start presenting. Again, we don't understand what the problem is that you solve for. I will tell you the reason why I've been successful in my business, and 90% of my business is entrepreneurs, but I do work with corporations too, is understanding what the problem is. And I pitch from there. I don't pitch just based on, let me tell you what I do. Let me understand what you need, like a doctor does, and then I give you the prescription for what you say you need. So that's how you start, is understanding what the problem is in that corporation. And so that means you have to have a conversation with the person that would hire you in order to do that. Hopefully I'm answered your question. The last question, and it's not a question, El Nor wrote relationship building. So that's all she wrote. So here's the thing about building relationships. Now, everything you do, whether you're working with corporations, whether you are looking to understand how you take your ideas and build and be a blessing, it's building a relationship. It is. So what you've got to do, and this is what I do with you guys every Thursday, I'm building relationships with you. Virtual relationships. You guys are getting to know me, getting to know the value that I offer. as I come on Periscope every week, I'm building a relationship with you. I really am. It's virtual. I don't get to touch it, but it's virtual. But stay tuned, you guys. By the end of this year, I got something special coming. I've been meeting with my team where I'm going to invite you to join me live. I can't wait to share, but it's too premature for me to share now. But anyway, it's relationship building. And so think about it like this. As a business owner, so many of us, I call it, you're trying to put a ring on it before you date. It's like, we go in the marketplace and we just start selling, and people don't know you. It's like on my first date with my husband, had he brought a ring to that first date, I would have thought that brother lost his mind. I would have got up out of that seat and ran. Right? Because he didn't know me. He didn't know me, and I sure didn't know him. And so you've got to allow people to get to know you. So building relationships is key as a business owner. That's why I do things like hop on Periscope. That's why I do Periscope every week, because I want y'all to get to know me. I want to, of course, add value in your life, even if it is usually for 15 minutes. But it's also about building relationship, because some of you need me. Some of you need me to coach you. Some of you need me to help you take those ideas out of your head and formulate it into your own Fierce formula. And some of you will get all you need from the times I chat with you on Periscope, and that's great too. But how will you ever know the value I bring if I don't get on Periscope? And while I'm saying this to you about me, I'm coaching you about you. So building relationships starts with you getting in front of people and letting them see the value you bring. And that is a whole strategy. There's several different ways to get in front of people. So depending on your business will dictate what that strategy is. So with that, I hope you all have enjoyed this Fierce Factor. I'm here every Thursday, 8 a.m. unless something happens. And I always hop in the Find Your Fierce Movement group. Again, findyourfiercemovement.com. If I'm going to be late, if I have to prolong it, if I have to switch days because I'm traveling, I always tell you in Fierce Factor. So make sure you join our group. And then every day, somehow, I pour into you. So with that, it's been my honor and my privilege, as always, to be here for you. Until next Thursday, I hope that you guys have a great day. Share this. If you know other entrepreneurs that need what I shared, share this Periscope with them. And invite them to join us weekly. Invite them to join the findyourfiercemovement.com. Thank you, Shanice, and thank you, Regina. I appreciate you. Hey, Joy. Joy was in my last Fierce Factor program. Hello. I appreciate you guys. Have a blessed day as well. I honor you. Listen, I don't take for granted that you guys give me this sacred time in your morning. I don't. So I honor you for being here and allowing me to pour into you. It's my greatest pleasure to do this. Matter of fact, it's my life calling to do this, and I'm just thankful that I have this opportunity. So with that, be all the way up. Focus on that success, pushing you past where you are. Nothing can stop you unless you allow it to stop you. I'll see y'all soon. Bye. Camera. Bye, y'all.